And we are back in Neighborhood Film Watch. We are Franklin Football. I'm your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, Honey Grand. Set it off Chris with me. Chris is out in nature today, partaking of some of the finest cigars. Maybe got himself a little drink poured. I'm here in the home base, as usual. Chris, over the past couple days, we've had the NFL owners meeting. And we were able to learn some things, potential rule changes and things like that. So we're here to talk about, what we've learned, what has changed, and etc.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to the big homie Mark Holmes, who used to sit out, had his little fish tank with all the nice tropical fish. I'm not at that level yet, but I did want to sit outside and partake in a stick and talk about these owners and things of that nature. But yeah, man, this is the NFL owners meeting, man. It seems like the Cowboys are more engaged than ever before this year. Usually during this time, they'd be down there on their big yacht, having spring break, family vacations and stuff like that. And this year they decided to go ahead and be a part of the NFL a little bit more, a lot earlier than they normally are.
Absolutely. So over the last, I guess you could say 24 hours, we have a few rule changes that I've gotten approved. The NFL seems to be preparing for a referee lockout because their CBA expires on May 31st. Among other things. And as a result of that, they are already trying to prepare alternate refs and support for them. Chris, you remember the last time we got alternate refs?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's March 31st. It don't even matter right now. It doesn't matter until it gets around June, July timeframe when they need to go out to these different camps, to the different team facilities to start working out the refs and things of that nature. It doesn't matter until they start calling real games, man. Because when we had it last time, man, they quick, fast, and hurry got that thing squared away. I think it was like by week 2, they got them jokers squared away and got them back on the field, man. It's tough. It's tough to do the job. They don't want to end up going and making these guys full-time employees. So, and honestly, these guys probably have lives outside the NFL all year round that they feel like, hey, I can come and do this when I can. So it makes sense. It's really much to do about nothing right now, especially with them anyway. Until we start, until bullets start really flying, it don't matter.
Now, the one thing that I think is really important is because the officiating department can correct clear and obvious mistakes made by an on-field official that impacts the game. So, and I read that rule verbatim. So what that means is kind of what you're getting in baseball right now. The boss call can come from downstairs, and these refs can end up with egg on their face a little bit. I think that's helpful because these guys can't see everything. Human error is a thing, but you get the human aspect from upstairs too. So you're able to see like missed holding and things like that, or incorrectly called holding. You get corrections to those things, which I think is really helpful.
I just think the thing about it is that if you end up seeing it, how much longer is it going to slow the game down? Is it going to be to the point that everything they do gets second guessed? Is it going to be to the point that, okay, we don't call this and they buzz down, hey, you missed that. So I think it works. I don't think you're going to get, it's kind of opening a Pandora's box, to be honest with you.
Why?
Because if you can second guess every single solitary thing, it's going to elongate the game. Who can call it? When does it get called? Do you have so many plays during the game that you can overturn it? Like let's get say for instance, back in the day when that dude Micah Parsons was here, we would be like, this dude is getting held 10 times a game and he's not getting any holding calls. So now it's going to be to the point where that back judge or that referee or somebody else is going to be, everything they do is going to be scrutinized because there's holding on every play, offensively and defensively.
Sure.
So how are you going to regulate how they call it or when they buzz down?
I guess egregious examples, So I think that the whole how long is it going to delay the game thing, Chris, and when you go to a game, they are stopping for commercial breaks all the time. They're stopping to switch and I guess flip the field, I guess is the right word to say it.
I mean they
do that all the time.
but it's a minute 30, it's 2 minutes. I mean, when they turn around, change possession, things of that nature. What I'm saying is, it's going to be a play that you're going to say, okay, it's a big play, it's a sack, it's a it's a tackle for loss, or something like that, or a big long pass play. Who's going to throw a flag to say, hey, that was holding on that play and you didn't call it? Or and so how often, because you can find it on every play.
Sure.
So my thing is that sometimes it's something egregious.
Maybe if it's in like the area of the play, you know what I'm saying? That maybe that's the only time that you would get the call from upstairs.
I mean, it was an issue with this whole rule change came about because something that happened with DK Metcalf, right? That's why.
Possibly, I'm not quite sure. I can't say for certainty.
Yeah, it was a play with DK Metcalf that kind of sparked this, but but now it's got to be to the point. Okay, they can buzz down and say, "Hey, we see this," and that's fine. But now, how often are they going to do that? Because once the replay goes on the big jumbotron, and if it's for you, you're not going. If you're the home team and it's happening for you, and you ain't going to want to call. But if you're the opposing team, you can sit back in every play and call. So how are they going to legislate? How are they going to give it the power for the teams, and how are the officiating teams going to be able to get that down to the field? That's my only question with that.
I get it. It's probably one of those things where kind of like the new kicking rules, where we just got to see it, and maybe people will eventually realize, oh, hey, it's not taking that long, or hey, it's a vast overcorrection and things like that. Just got to see it in the game. Especially if you get like those replacement reps.
That ain't gonna last long, bro. They gonna come to an agreement the way they want it. They gonna figure it out. Cause
we had them for a few weeks a couple years ago.
We had them for like 2 weeks, and it just depends on how bad it gets, right?
Sure.
But it still goes back to the owners not willing to make these guys full-time employees. Not willing to do certain things because they making money hand over fist. I don't think you should have a 65 or 68 man roster if you're playing 17 to 20 games. You really could push that thing up to 75 to 80, but they don't want to have to foot the bill for those 80 guys. Those 80 guys that they need to be able to get these guys through the seasons healthy, or at least you can have your best players out there during that time. They're not willing to do that. And so if they being stingy with the players, they definitely going to try to make the purse strings tight for the owners, for the referees as well. So it's much to do about nothing, but at least they kind of preparing for it.
Okay. So yesterday there was availability for Stephen Jones and Brian Schottenheimer. And today we had availability for Jerry Jones. All right.
Okay.
When Stephen Jones spoke to the media yesterday, he opined, that's a T.I. word of the day.
Opined? Wow, you pulled that one out of nowhere. Go ahead, champ.
He doesn't necessarily think that the Cowboys need to add a linebacker before the draft, kind of hinting that there's still the possibility that they could just make the move after the draft. There is still that express need. Not necessarily, and I don't think that, because I try to add a little bit of nuance to things that they say. I don't think he was saying, oh, hey, we good at linebacker, we could play today. He's just trying to downplay, I think, the urgency.
Listen, he can downplay all he wants to. We all saw that linebacking room for the last 2 years, and they need to go update some things. I still think, I just love the fact that they've dealt in free agency. They're going to go into the draft. But the after draft market is where you're really looking to it, because now you're going to say, hey, now we can go find players from other teams that they drafted their guy of the future, and maybe go find this other guy that we really want. But they're going to have to add at least 3 more linebackers to this football team.
Yeah. I feel you. At least 2. I feel like 2 is where you would feel comfortable because, they moved a lot of guys to the outside backers. Like your Maris Leofau and things like that. So your inside is just really, Overshown and Shamar James right now.
Yeah, but Shamar James is a rotational guy. Overshown, who you just hoping he can get, when he's out there, he's great, but we don't know how long we're going to have him out there. Your Mike still isn't on. right? Your Mike for the future isn't on the field or on this roster right now. So
yeah,
I can see you seeing two, maybe a third, because if you're gonna move Louis Fowl outside like they talked about doing, we don't know what he can do outside. He's never played outside.
That could just be a temporary thing. They may be like, all right, this didn't work out. Let's just kick him back in.
I mean, it's really like, honestly, it's a last ditch effort to find out what you can do with Louis Fowl. You don't really trust him inside. But you want him on the field. You know, he shows promise. Yeah. I like James. I think James will have a better year this year because he'll have a full year in the NFL. But I can see three is three going into camp. Shoot, maybe four going into camp because it's a 90-man roster. And then just let it, when you get to the season, figure out you have four. Four, you're gonna need four. Yep. For sure.
This is another year, Chris, where I feel like the linebacker room is in trouble. I kind of been on that train for the last 2 years now. And just because of the vast change in scheme and things like that, I think it's not getting any easier.
I think you're gonna,
especially since they haven't really addressed it so far.
Right. I mean, but the reason you feel that way, B, is that you haven't trusted them for the last 2 years.
Nope.
So since you haven't got a Mike, you don't have a backup Mike, so that's two positions. You got Overshown, and as many games we can get out of Overshown, it's fine, right? But you don't trust him to give you. He hasn't been able to give you a full season. Nope. So him and Samar James, they're kind of like two makes one. Does it make sense? So yeah, I can see three. I can see three, and then you relegate Louis Fowl as an outside guy, even though he plays linebacker.
Yeah.
So and then
that's gonna be an interesting one.
And you still need to find another outside linebacker on the opposite side. You're gonna need a strong side linebacker. So I give you that.
Because right now it is Rashawn Gary on one side, and then the committee of Donovan Ezeraku, who's coming off of hip surgery at the end of the year. Sam Williams
on one side, right? So
James Houston and like we said, Maris Leofow.
Yeah, but if you look at you don't have Houston and Ezeraku on one side, Louis Fowl and Sam Williams on the opposite side, with Gary kind of playing back and forth, that in the hand in the dirt, end. But I kind of want to see, can he stand up and move around?
What I'm saying is, my whole point is, with all of those four names that I named after Rashawn Gary, you still don't know if anything's going to work there. Ezeraku is kind of recovering right now. He had major hip surgery. All of the other three guys, Sam Williams, he's Sam Williams. Maris Leofow is a guy in a new role, and James Houston still trying to figure that out. He's not necessarily.
James Houston is a bona fide pass rusher. If you turn around,
he's a good. He's been a depth guy for us last year, but depth guy doesn't mean you coming in and you starting immediately. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get some rotation snaps off of James Houston,
but depth guy's depth guy. I mean, but
we're looking for a starter. We're looking for a starter, though. We don't have a starter right now.
Yes, you do. Ezeraku's your starter.
He's hurt.
Dude, it's April. It's March. It's about to be April 1st. If you had the line up, you're expecting Ezeraku to play on one side. You don't have a guy, and you have the ability to upgrade. I think we're saying the same thing, but I think we're speaking in two different ways. My thing is that I understand how you feel about Ezeraku because he's hurt, and you're worried about the hip, and you come over. You've launched over to the side of saying, hey, if he's hurt, I'm going to give him more time than what they're already saying. So you got that. James Houston can play. James Houston is not a guy you want playing. He's kind of in the Jeff the GOAT Heath status. You want him 25 to 35 pass rushing snaps. You haven't liked Sam Williams for years now, and
that's his fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's his fault.
No, you liking him is your fault. His ability to be able to play consistently to the level of that second round pick, that's his fault. Sure. But now, you're trying to find a spot for him and maybe see if he can get the most out of him. But none of these guys stop you from going and getting a guy in the draft and trying to upgrade it. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
with
right.
you on that. I'm with you with that. Yeah, you need a bona fide. I feel good about him pass rusher right now, and right now you don't have
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
Mhm. Me
So
say that ain't my fault. That's
yeah,
his
that's
fault.
not. That's not. Like I don't understand where him being a bad player has any
First off, B, he's a guy who got hurt in his breakout year. Or his expected breakout year.
There we go. I was about to say he.
Hey! I know he ain't broke out of nothing. His expected breakout year. But now you're looking for the fact to say, hey, it's put up or shut up. You know, that's how you are with him right now. So I understand.
Absolutely. And thinking about adding help. When they approached Coach Schottenheimer, he expressed that they need to be prepared to make the correct picks on defense. He specifically mentioned need to be prepared to make the correct picks on defense. But he also kind of expressed that they won't pass on an offensive prospect if they're atop their board right there. I think that's interesting for a few reasons. He might have been expressing that they haven't gotten enough done yet. And that's very true. They've filled in the room on special teams. Excuse me, not in special teams, in the secondary. They've added one guy in Rashawn Gary up front, but they haven't really done anything to address the linebacker room. So I believe that Shotty was saying that they hadn't done enough yet.
I think they said go ahead.
They need to do enough so that they can draft honestly. And if it so happens that when drafting honestly, that an offensive prospect is at the top of their board, then they can take him without fear.
You know, you just wax poetically. They setting us up. They setting us up for it. They're really setting us up.
I mean, setting us up for what?
For drafting an offensive player at 12.
I
That's
disagree.
what they're setting for.
I disagree. I think that was Shotty kind of campaigning for more action before the draft.
There's right now where you're at. You're not the guy. What you need for what you want to spend and what you need is two totally different things. Sure. If you can turn around and get a young, because it's got to go back to you got to get this cash system in place. You don't want to go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a linebacker or anybody like that when you can go get the young, cheap talent labor and the guys that you can mold the way you want to. I think they setting the table for you to say, hey, we may go get an offensive player at 12 in this first round, where I don't believe you should get an offensive player until at least the fourth round. You've got to address this defense. You've got to bring help to this defense by any means necessary, by all means necessary.
Yeah.
I don't care about, if you turn around and get a guy and get into the second round so you can have the 2 first, the second, and the third be all defensive players. And then even turning around after the draft, finding a serviceable veteran that you can bring in. But you got to get the cheaper labor because you're already so top heavy right now on the offensive side and with the salaries you're paying on the offensive side. Your top four salaries on the offensive side.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I mean, that's what happened when you have, a really good quarterback, 2 really good receivers, really good offensive linemen. You gonna pay if you want to play.
I mean, you're gonna pay them. I mean, that makes sense. But you've got to get a balance. You don't have a balance. The only guy on defense, the guys you playing on defense that are making a lot of money, one you don't know if he's ever gonna come back because he got bad feet. You paying Q, and that's really it. And
Kenny Clark.
Okay, but I mean,
he making $20 million a year. You know what I'm saying?
Is he making 20, or did they shift this deal around? I think it's less.
I forgot. They didn't. Yeah, they played around with the money a little bit.
They flipped his money.
So yeah, this year his cap number is 12.7.
So that ain't a lot of money for it. That ain't a lot of money for a guy. So you've got to get, and you want to be in position, really, honestly, to draft a guy so you can replace Kenny Clark next year.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Next year's the last year on this deal. That would definitely be cool. but yeah, as far as on defense, guys that you paid, is it
Bland.
just around Bland?
It's Bland. That's
Like
it.
I'm talking about big money.
That's it.
Like
that's
guys like Malik
Yeah.
Hooker don't count. You know what I'm saying? Because he just getting paid like a Wendy's 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying?
And that 4 for 4 hit though.
That
That 4 for 4.
They say that 4 for 4 coming in clutch, Chris.
That 4 for 4 can make it through sometimes. Like, God dang, I need that. Now they got the $5 biggie bag, so you know it's even better now. So
It's even better.
but I regress. I digress. Go ahead, my boy.
So Chris, I was sitting here thinking about this. They don't really have any guys who are potentially big money guys on defense at the moment. Like that they can prepare to play. Quentin Williams is obviously a big money guy, but he already got his bread.
He got his
same
bread.
thing with Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark already has a contract. They don't have any guys that they have to.
So
they have to position themselves to get ready to pay.
Right. So you can honestly, being that you want to stay, you want to keep it balanced or get it balanced, you can turn around and get 4 young guys on deals, that are palatable. Go ahead, palatable, and get them, and then be able to have them on the team for 3-4 years as you start getting things adjusted a certain kind of way. So I don't think they're going to go out and spend a lot of money before the draft. I definitely think they're going to delve into that secondary market after the draft. That's the market where you're going to be able to find good quality players at a reasonable price.
Okay.
You follow me?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. They don't have they don't got the bandwidth to try to go out there and sign a big money guy right now.
I don't think there's a big money guy out there right now that warrants that kind of money. Not at the positions you need. The one guy you wanted, he got a bad meniscus. You ain't trying to go and pay for that. All the linebackers you thought about getting went and signed somewhere else, right? So I think they're really to the point of saying, let the draft play out. Let's have some ham sandwich moments where you just sit and draft, and then when you start saying, okay, this team went and drafted 2 linebackers, but they got a guy who's maybe got 2 years left on a contract. Let's go ahead and get him for next to nothing. See if we can get and go from there. Sure. I would have no problem with you giving away a 5th. Because this draft is so deep with so many really, really good players. I don't think you really got to go out and get anybody.
I think that if you're talking about a player that you can trade a 5th for, look at the level of player that you're getting at that price point. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather have a player that I can. Come on. I want to roll the dice for 4 years. I want to roll the dice for 4 years on upside.
Hey man, I want to be back at Sugar Ray's shaking the dice.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. A 5th rounder a few years ago got you Brandon Cooks. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Cooks had one good year for us. Cool. I think that you might get one good year out of like an aging player for a 5th round pick.
But you got 3/5, B. B, we got 3/5. So
let me ask you this: Would you spend one? Would you spend one of them?
It depends on who it is. But if I can but as deep as this draft is, all the guys that we've looked at, all the people that we talked about, I can go get him and bring him in with CP because I've got at least 2 years before I'm really ready to go make a strike at the NFC Championship. I got 2 years.
I mean, is this year one of them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right. So you build for the future then. You don't like I said, a 5th round draft pick will probably get you a guy who can give you a year now. Maybe he might be at the end of his rope. You know what I'm saying?
A 5th round pick can give me a young guy who shows promise, and I can bring him in because I'm still thinking about getting rid of.
Not the way they trade. They trading the 4 for Joe Milton around here, man.
See, man,
not the way they trade.
Why you always bringing up old stuff, man? Why you bringing up old stuff, man? I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm saying we got a new regime. We got new eyes on it. And I really want to see how well these guys coach and develop players. That's what I want to see. Because at their last stops, these guys have found some dudes. And you got a college guy on the staff who's seen all of these guys.
You got a whole lot of college guys. You got a whole lot of college guys.
Right, but I like the defensive college guys we got, the defensive coaches we got who's been sitting around in the SEC looking at this talent and having tried to recruit these guys that we're looking at now, that he's gonna say, okay, that guy, I recruited him, I watched him, I know he can do this, and it always goes back that we really truly don't know what CP is gonna bring to the table. What kind of system we're gonna deploy? Are we going to be more hybrid? What we're going to do in these different areas? That's the biggest question.
We giving a lot of grace with him. I will definitely admit that. You know, and the reason that is the case is probably because we were the 83rd ranked defense last year. It's only 32 teams. That means a couple college teams better than us, Chris.
Hold on. 83rd is
83rd, man.
83rd puts us kind of like with high school teams. It was bad. I don't think it was that bad, though. It wasn't that bad. They won 7 games.
Like 58. You know what I'm saying? But,
I won't go past 44. But I'm with you, though. 44? I feel 44.
Oh, okay.
44.
I know what I saw. My defense had Kenny Clark on the field. No, excuse me, not Kenny Clark, Kenneth Murray.
Hey, man.
Should have been Keith Murray.
Hey, man, it's going to be a party, y'all.
So today, Chris, Jerry Jones made himself available to the media. And he had a few things to say. He always got something to say. When asked about George Pickens, he was very strategic and not trying to answer too much. You know, one of the things that I did think, though, Chris, that was kind of like scumbagish was Jerry Jones. Yeah, man, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Jerry said, well, and this is when one of the beat reporters asked him about speaking with Pickens' agent. He said, well, George can make a lot more money if he just went around the agent.
Hey, man, hey, listen, Jerry gonna always.
That's a scumbag move, man. I don't like that.
Hey, it's not a scumbag move.
Yes, it is.
No, okay. Tell me why you feel it's a scumbag move, and I'll rebut. Go ahead. Tell me why you think it's a scumbag move, dog.
There's a bylaw in the collective bargaining agreement that teams have to negotiate with the player's representation unless the player doesn't have any. We know who George Pickens' agent is David Mulugeta of Athletes First.
You don't like that man.
Okay.
You don't like. Hold on.
Okay. Chris. I drive a lot of fast cars, Chris. I don't like going the speed limit. But I recognize that if I break the laws, there are repercussions. If Jerry Jones breaks those bylaws, there should be repercussions. There should have been repercussions in the Micah Parsons incident, but the league didn't do it.
There were repercussions.
Yeah. You lose the player.
You lose the player.
Sure.
So he
wasn't expressly punished though.
Yes, he was. He had the 49th best defense in all the football. That's his direct punishment.
That ain't. You know what I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying though.
We live in a country where older, rich Caucasians don't get the legal ramifications on them that we expect. We understand that. We understand that's the price of doing business. So he has said that before. And all other 31 owners would love to do it where they could deal one-on-one with a millionaire who don't understand the long-term benefits.
25-year-old.
A 25-year-old who doesn't understand the long-term benefits. He thinks he's going to be young forever. Yeah. The goal is you got to deal with the agent. The way he set it up, he's going to have to deal with David indirectly. Whatever way he's going to do, he's going to have to deal with him. So the tag is on him. It's $28 million. You have expressly said you willing to pay him 33, 34, 34, 5. You want to pay him. That's the market. We got to figure it out. He gonna have to figure it out. He said well, if he just come to me, we can do this. Hey man, the days of doing that has long been over. Yeah. He's not gonna get a back in the back closet deal like he did with Michael. He still had to deal some kind of way with him. But as of right now, the tag is on the table. We can pay him this. David, go find a deal, bring it back, and go do that. And David,
Chris, you talking about steps 2 and 3. He got to work with his agent. That's step 1, Chris. He has to try to negotiate a deal with his agent.
He has
step 1.
He has told.
You skipping chapters in the book.
No, I'm not.
Chapters in the book because you already to the point like, all right, we're not gonna find a deal. all right, agent, your job is now to go find a trade partner. No, the agent should also be trying to find a contractual balance with the team that he's currently on.
He said, go find a deal that you like. Give me the option if I want to do it. And then if I don't like it, he can sign the tag or I can trade him. He says, I want to deal with him, but you go find me a deal that makes sense. You got to always go back. It's on both sides. He's played this the best way he can play it. Yeah, does he want him to come? No, he's played the best way. He's okay. But that's the beauty about Frankly Football here. You got an opinion. I got an opinion. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I'm just going to rock with mine.
Why did you skip over you saying I respect yours?
You don't. You done told me time and time again. Hell no.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Just because I don't like it, that don't mean nothing. So Chris, the reason that I don't believe that he's done everything that he can is because when it comes to actually getting a deal done with the Cowboys, he doesn't want the trained professional to be the one in the ring. Jerry is a trained professional when it comes to negotiating.
That's true. That's true.
The agent, any agent worth his salt, is also a trained professional with negotiating. Chris, I would not get in the ring with Bud Crawford. I would not do that. That would be foolishness. That's what Jerry wants. Jerry wants a regular person to get in the ring.
He want a regular person to come sit down.
And that is against the rules. That's the thing. That is against the rules.
But the rules are set up. I got a guy on his 4th year. See,
sure.
Well, we're dealing with some. We're dealing. Me and you were talking about something that should have been done upon getting George, and we've talked about this before. And if you have spent time with us, anybody who sat down and listened to it and spent time with us, he should have got the deal done before he traded for George.
Absolutely.
George. And so
should have been a trade and
sign and trade. It should have been not signing. It should have been just like I think they did that with Sean Gary. They turned around and said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," because that was negotiated before he got here. Go and do it with George. George had already put himself in position that the Steelers were going to get rid of him. You overpaid for him with the 3rd round pick. Yeah. You should have already had a deal lined up saying this is what we're going to pay you and do that beforehand. You should have signed an extension for you to go and get this guy.
Would have probably had him for $30 million a year.
Boom. You should have had it then. But George, understanding I'm going to bet on me, which is his right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. He won the bet. He won the bet. He bet on himself and won.
Shoot. He took everybody money back in Sugar Ray's room. He took it all. Everybody went home. They went home broke on that one. So now he's flipped it. I'm gonna put the tag on you. I'm gonna pay you $28 million. I'm willing to pay you more. David, go find me a reasonable deal. The problem is David doesn't come with reasonable deals. David he's a great agent with blowing.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful agent. That he is widely accepted as the best right now.
Yeah. So guess what? Go do what you do, David. Go find me a deal.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The David Mulugheta was also Jackson Smith and Jigba's agent. Still is. I shouldn't say was. But his thing has always been he is gonna get his guy 10 to 15% more than the guy at the top. Especially if his guy that he's trying to get a deal for is in that stratosphere.
Right. And his guy has shown you 1 year with a great quarterback. Yeah. With a great quarterback that he can get it done. So
his job ain't to try to make sense of it. His job is to get them dollars and cents.
Yes, Lord. Indeed. Indubitably.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
So I don't that trying to say, oh, he's only done it once. That David ain't worried about that. David's like, all right, he did it. So we gonna get this bread. I mean, that's how agents should be. That's how agents should be.
So going back to that, you're right. He does want to go around it, but he wants to do it where I've said this before. I'm not in the business of paying $60 million to one position room like that.
Multiple teams do it right now.
No, they no multiple teams.
Seattle's doing it. Seattle's doing it.
See what they paying Jackson,
JSN,
what?
Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed.
She's more of a.
He's making 17. Kupp's making 15. JSN is making everything.
He's making all the rest. He's making all the rest.
JSN is making 42. You know what I'm saying?
Not this year. No, it's 42. It's 42 over the contract. I think he's still on his rookie deal. He's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah. So JSN is this year, I want to say, is making like 5, but the average throughout the life of his contract is like with the 6 years is 32 and a half. If you want to include all 6 years,
right? All 6 years. Yeah. But this year, he made, like that. So nobody. So technically, for the life of it,
they're not sure. But I can give you a list of other teams.
Give it to me.
All right, give me a second.
Go ahead. Who paying $60 million to one room this year? Paying $60 million to one room this year.
I got you. The Bengals. Let's see.
Between those two guys, right?
The Lions, I believe. Let's see. Jamo is making 26 and Amon-Ra is making 30. And let's see. Wasn't there a third guy that was making decent bread? No, okay. So the Lions are paying 36. I mean 56, excuse me.
I said 60.
I said 60. Let me see. Sutton is making 23. The Broncos are also right there. They're like 54. Let me see. The Eagles, yes.
Making what?
Eagles are paying 60 on the head. Let's see. And
they try to get rid of that guy, which is crazy, but
I mean, even if they do, they're still paying that money. They're still paying that money.
I don't want to pay 60. You hear what I'm saying? 50. So if I'm paying CD 30, what? CD's making 34.
34.
So if I pay 28,
you already know that's not happening. You already know 28's not happening.
28 is happening because the tag is out there.
Yeah, the tag, but I'm saying you already know an average contract of $28 million per year isn't happening.
I've said repeatedly,
and that's what you want, but it's not going to happen.
It can. I'm not paying him more than I'm paying CD because he's still not the best receiver on my football team.
CD JSN is the best receiver in the league, and he's making the most in the league.
He's making over. See.
JSN is making the most new money. Let me word it that way.
New money. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Me and you gonna talk this.
Garrett Wilson isn't the top 5 receiver in the league. He's making top.
Okay, but who else is making money on the Jets outside of Garrett Wilson?
Nobody. But the way that you're talking is a player can't make that much if he's not better than the guy. It's just
Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is the best receiver on that. Garrett Wilson is probably the best player on that team. So he's making that money. I'm saying right now, as we live and breathe, I don't see you paying over $60 million out of that room. I can pay 55. I'll pay 54. I'll pay 56. I just don't want to pay. This is Chris talking. And if it was my money, and if I'm looking for the spread over my football team, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But like I said, when that deal comes out, whatever they're gonna do, I'm not trying to pay. I'm not trying to pay over the next 4, 5, 6 years because he's younger. Yeah. I don't want to sign him to a 6-year deal.
25.
Okay, he's young. I mean, can I get?
His frontal lobe just developed. His frontal lobe just developed.
Nah. Yeah, it probably has. But he's still a YN to his heart. So go find a deal, David. Go do what you do, David. Go find a deal. Keep talking, B. Keep talking. I gotta cut this next cigar. Keep talking.
Do your thing, Chris.
I'm listening.
So Jerry Jones also had his media availability today. Like we stated. I believe that when it comes to Let me see. Let me grab this right quick. Let me grab this quote. All right, here we go. Jerry came in and said when it comes to linebackers, also got to pay a lot of attention to this defense. Jerry said that they've been trying very hard to make some trades that haven't worked out in their favor, but it's not going to deter them. I think that it's interesting because why weren't they active in free agency then? Well, if you're going to push all of your chips into trades and you see very early that the trades don't work out, why not try and sign some guys who were on the street? You know what I'm saying? Like I know that they brought in Devin Lloyd, who was on the Jags. They brought him in, they didn't sign him. I feel like in a lot of ways when it comes to this linebacker room that they didn't have contingency plans. You know, and that's one thing that kind of frustrates me about the whole linebacker. And it just comes off as unprepared. It comes off as unprepared with that room in particular. So I'm not sure how to take what Jerry said there with an open heart and open ears. You know what I'm saying?
How much did they pay Devin Lloyd? What was Devin Lloyd's deal?
Let me see. I can look that up. All right, Devin Lloyd got a 3-year, $42 million contract with $25 million guaranteed in total guarantees.
That
means he's making an average.
What position?
He playing in space. He playing in space. He playing in the inside. You know, sign with those pesky Panthers. You know, making an average of $14 million a year.
So if you get Devin Lloyd, are you going? Well, I know what you're saying. If you get Devin Lloyd, you're saying because you treat him like he doesn't exist.
I'm just using that as an example. Like,
but if you sign Devin Lloyd,
I know for a fact that they went after Devin Lloyd. They didn't get him. I didn't hear any other linebacker names that they went after that were of note to try to improve them. Chris, we talked about earlier in this video, they really only got 2 names in that inside linebacker room right now.
Who the other name? Shamar James and Overshown?
Yeah, Shamar James and Overshown.
So, but
Justin Barron is there, right? Justin Barron is there, but
you need a Mike.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Justin. Okay. So on your football team, you got Justin Barron, if you
talk about inside guys, Demarion Overshown, Shamar James, Justin Barron. Those are the only inside guys.
Okay, so if you would have went and got, let's say you go and get your guy Devin Lloyd, you're taking Overshown off the field?
I'm taking Shamar James off the field.
Shamar James is a rotational guy anyway. You need a Mike.
You're gonna have 2 linebackers off the ball, like out inside anyway. You're gonna have 2. There's nothing stopping you from having Overshown and Lloyd, if that was the case, on the field at the same time. There's nothing stopping you.
Who's gonna be the Mike?
Probably Devin Lloyd, so that Overshown can have less mental responsibilities.
So, but I can go in the draft and get Anthony Hill. I can go in the draft and get DJ Allen for less money.
Yes, okay. But this is about being prepared for the draft.
You're being prepared. You've already prepared for the draft, knowing full well you're gonna go get a Mike. You're gonna go get a Mike as a rookie and put him out in the field and let him go get after it. And my backup hangout guy I can probably get after the draft from a team that's already drafted another guy. So I'm setting the table. I'm setting the table to find a
not officially. Like I'll use an example. They went and got guys with potential for the secondary room. We can agree that Jalen Thompson has potential. We can agree that Kobe Durant has potential.
But Jalen Thompson deals with your safety room.
Yeah. I said the secondary.
Right.
Like they went and they went and got guys with potential for your secondary. Rashawn Gary has potential for your front. You know what I'm saying? They didn't bring in anybody with potential or anybody at all for your linebacker room. For your inside linebacker room.
I think you turn around your inside line. So what you're saying is that you want them to draft a guy.
Hold on. Go
You
ahead.
want them to go out. You want them to go out, sign a guy to be your Mike, right? Like you said, they went and looked at Devin Lloyd 3 years this, and I still think they're gonna turn around and find a guy in the draft.
Yeah, sure.
And then go find a guy in the secondary market, and then you still. I mean, if you look at the Texans, who we have a lot of respect for, they went find. They started middle line. They Mike linebacker was undrafted.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? They went find an undrafted guy.
You don't bank on undrafted guys though. You don't. If you hit on an undrafted guy, that's great. But you don't plan on tripping and falling into an undrafted guy. Like I'll give you an example. The 49ers didn't plan that Brock Purdy was going to be as good as he was. That they tripped and fell into that. In the same way that Dallas tripped and fell into 2 decades of great quarterback play. That was an accident, Chris. You can't start getting to the point where you're like, hey, you see, I did this when you did those things on accident. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's how you get into hubris. That's how you get into hubris. Hubris is undue pride. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get it. You accept that the accident happened. You benefit from it. Wonderful. But you don't try to bank on those accidents happening again.
But you already had when you find out when you went and got rain, you tried 3 different times to go draft a guy that year because you already had a starter there. Yep. You had a starter there that you liked.
Yeah, and I'll even expand on it. Remember, Dak was competing against Jamil Showers, who was the favorite at the time. Dak wasn't even the favorite in that backup competition.
Do you even
know?
He just so happened
to excel, and I'm of course I'm grateful for it. But I'm just saying, like that was an accident. That was an accident. That wasn't on purpose. Dak wasn't even their first choice for quarterback that year.
No, he was their third choice. Yeah. And they got him and honestly, they didn't even draft him with a draft pick. They got him with a compensatory pick.
Exactly.
I'm sitting here.
So when you mention like, okay, we can get an undrafted guy, Chris, you banking on an accident.
I'm not looking for an undrafted guy. I'm thinking you go get a guy in the draft. You gonna get a young guy in the draft.
No, I'm saying how you referenced the Texans and how they were able to succeed with an undrafted guy. Chris, that's an accident. That's a flip of the coin. You know what I'm saying? For every one undrafted guy that works, there's probably 24 that don't. You know what I'm saying?
But I gotta pick at 12. I gotta pick at 20. I gotta pick at 92. Absolutely. I can go find me a starter right there.
I 100% agree. I'm saying that they didn't give themselves a contingency plan for if it doesn't work out in the draft. They did that for the secondary. They gave their secondary a contingency plan just in case it doesn't work out. They got potential. They even to a lesser degree gave their front a contingency plan because Rashawn Gary has potential. He was hurt for the last 2 years, hasn't been performing as well, but we know that he has been a good edge player in the past. That you banking on that potential there. With linebacker, they're like,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out. You'll figure it. They gonna.
So do you understand what I'm saying now?
I feel what you're saying, but if I wouldn't pay the money for Justin Lloyd, am I gonna go draft a linebacker? I'm expecting. No, hold on. But am I gonna go draft a Mike? Did he play Mike? Was he the Mike in Jacksonville, or was he a guy that just? I don't think he was the Mike. Was he the Mike?
Freestyle a little bit. Give me a second. Okay.
Man, this daggone Monte Cristo is giving the love right now. This Monte Cristo.
So let's see. All right, I got the depth chart out. Devin Lloyd played. Why can't I find him anywhere on here? Might be because he's not on the roster anymore. Give me a second.
What was the stats last year?
He performed quite well.
They tried twice. They tried with Kobe Dean, and Kobe Dean decided to go to the Raiders. He made the decision on his own. They gave him a good offer. He decided to go there. Devin
Mhm.
Lloyd, they tried. So they've tried. They've given forth the effort. I think right now they're saying, hey, we swung. We got
Mhm.
2 strikes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if we would have got those guys, we kind of probably could have went a different direction. But right
Mhm.
now they're sitting there saying, we're going to sit and draft. And it makes sense to me.
38 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 5 interceptions. By the way.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I think one was for a touchdown. One
Yes,
for a touchdown.
yes,
Yeah.
one was for a touchdown.
Mhm.
So, yeah, sure. But it's like,
And I'm gonna ask you this question: What
mhm,
other linebacker out there, out of those 2 that you
mhm,
gave good offers to? You gave
mhm,
a really good offer to the point that Nakobe made and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go play with the Raiders."
mhm,
You made he signed 3 years, $42 million. So that's
mhm.
right around that's right around 60. That's right around 15, $16 million a year.
Yeah,
So for Devin Lloyd, you made swings at it. I think they're saying, hey, there's nobody else out there that we feel like we should go ahead and spend that
we
kind of
we
big
didn't
money for.
even do what the Cowboys normally do. They didn't even sign the bargain bin guys at linebacker.
Still
They
got
didn't
time.
even do that much.
Yeah, I mean, but last time we did bargain bin, you ended up with Keith
Sure,
Murray.
but I'm
Keith.
sure.
Mhm.
I'm saying that they didn't even do what they normally do.
Do you want them to continue doing what they normally do? Because you've seen the results when they normally do that. They don't give
Um,
you guys. You don't have guys that you end up liking that can end up
I
playing.
agree. I agree.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
Okay.
is they did nothing. They
But
did
they
nothing.
did, B. They did, B. They just could. They just didn't. They didn't. They weren't able to get them. You see what I'm saying? I think they
Mm-hmm.
did something, but they turned around and said these guys weren't the other guys that we're looking at,
Mm-hmm.
or the guys that you want to go out and spend money on,
Mm-hmm.
weren't worth that kind of money. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
See, you want them to change. You want them to change, and not because they can go sign a
Now
guy.
keep in mind, even if you bring in a guy, I've always said it doesn't stop me from signing someone at that position. You know what I'm saying?
Or you can go draft somebody at that position.
Mm-hmm. Well, excuse
We
me.
see,
I mean, I didn't mean from signing. I meant from drafting. Excuse me.
right,
It
right.
doesn't stop me from drafting someone at that position. You know what I'm saying? But
But if I go and pay that guy,
I do feel
if
like they needed some action.
listen, I put it to you like this: I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
problem with an Alfred Morris level guy,
Yeah.
but I don't have to get the Alfred Morris guy level guy until after the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go out and spend him. I don't have to. I can find a guy who's sitting at home who just got cut, and that's what they're
Mm-hmm.
looking at. And that bargain bin guy you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come until after the draft. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
with you. They still have time to add to it, but
Sure.
I ain't got to spend him pay him 12 million. And then
Yeah.
once I pay him that kind of money, I'm gonna want to put him over the field with my rookie, where I can turn around and go get a high quality rookie, play him, let
Yeah.
him go ahead and bump his head, make his mistakes along the way,
Mm-hmm.
and do that. So you're saying what you're saying. I agree with you, but I
Mm-hmm.
still think they're looking at that secondary market, that
Okay.
after draft market. So I'm
Okay.
with you. I'm with you. They still got time to bring a guy in. It's
Um.
B. It's more. It'll be April in 4 hours.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. Chris, today was a very important day. The University of Tennessee had their pro day today.
That's
And
say.
a lot of people, it seems like the whole league was waiting with bated breath.
With bated
Yeah.
breath.
Hey, we was on the same page, right? To see Tennessee corner Jamad McCoy, perform at his pro day. And perform he did. He ran a 4.38 40 with no brace on, which I think that was important. I think him running without any leg sleeve or any brace or anything like that was important. Because anything that can provide that compression, people might look at it as support.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No hitch or giddy up in his step.
Nope. He had a 38-inch vertical and a 10.7 broad jump. All very good measurements.
Okay.
I think that his hips. I really only saw one one drill that he ran. It was with him backpedaling, and shifting his hips in both directions to turn into a catch. I think I think he looked smooth there. He didn't really have any, like you said, any giddy up, any gallop in his steps and things like that. I think that he probably eased a lot of people's concerns today.
He just did what we expect him to do 15 months away from his injury. That's what he did today.
Mm-hmm.
He did, and he's right on track to be in that, which he already, for most people, he's a top 5 guy on the whole board, which gives you to the point you won't be, right now and live and breathe, because now you physically seen him do it, that he will be a guy that you won't be wiped out at 12.
Yeah,
you won't be wiped out at 12. You'll be able to
it's
go
impossible.
Get him
It is impossible. I kind of expressed that before. It's really impossible for the Cowboys to get wiped out at 12, because if there are 2 offensive players taken, you're going to get one of your defensive prospects that you like.
So him running puts it on the board that you'll be able to get a DB, whether it's Caleb Downs, Jemani McCoy, or Mansour Delane. You'll be able to get got it.
You got three DBs there.
3 DBs there.
You got multiple edge rushers, multiple linebackers. You mentioned those 3. You got Ruben Bain, David Bailey, Arvell Reese. As Arvell Reese is kind of a linebacker, but you understand what I mean. You got Sonny Styles. In my opinion, I would consider Peter Woods there, and Mesidor. So I don't think that it's really
I wouldn't think
Cowboys to get knocked out right there.
I don't think anybody's looking at Mesidor in the top. You got a first round grade on Mesidor? You got a second round grade on Mesidor?
He is my second round graded player.
Okay, so that's a guy you're looking at in the 20. But in that top 12, you're going to end up getting a guy you like, because probably 2 offensive linemen will go.
Yep.
You'll be fine.
At least one receiver will go. And the Raiders are taking Fernando Mendoza. So, yeah, it is borderline impossible for the Cowboys to not have 0 choices, let alone 1 or 2 or maybe even 3.
Right. So, I mean, him running today did one thing for me. It solidified him being the top DB on the board, top cornerback, on your board, and you got some options. I think you got maybe 3 options at safety that I like between
at 12.
Yeah, I think I
only got one safety. I only got one safety. I wouldn't take Thieneman at 12.
Would you take Kilgore at 12?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Also, if you want to get into more corners, even though he hurt his leg, let's just assume health. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't take Avion Terrell at 12. It's not a lot of guys that I would.
I mean,
outside of those guys that I would take at 12.
I think before today, you had 13 first round grades, right?
14.
Before today?
Yeah.
So now you got 15.
Well, I had Jamal McCoy as a first round grade anyway. I'm assuming him.
I mean, but before today, you didn't have the health of McCoy that you felt comfortable enough.
I had a first round grade for him.
Yeah.
Assume, because I'm gonna assume health. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since he got hurt, so that was kind of like a safe bet that he would be healthy.
Nah, it wasn't a safe bet.
I already had him as a first round grade.
It wasn't a safe bet that he was going to be healthy, because everybody was talking about when he didn't run at the combine. Can he run? When he put that videotape out, everybody you had the head trainer for the Cowboys. I think the thing with McCoy for me was that the trainer, your head trainer, said, he had all these different issues. I always felt McCoy was going to be fine. I think this goes back to a issue with your head trainer. That's what I got a problem with. I think because they've always had a subpar training staff, because they don't hire enough people, and I think your head guy, it's kind of going. The game has passed him, about getting guys rehab, because we see guys have not come back from rehab from him. Deron Bland having multiple foot issues. He hurt one foot, now he turned around and hurt another foot. Trayvon Diggs never got back right after he got hurt.
He didn't like him.
He didn't like him. So I think this goes back to the training staff being inadequate or having the game pass them by, that I wouldn't have took his recommendation saying McCoy wasn't going to be ready. That's what they were.
Now, granted, I ain't getting no inside information on it. I just assumed that he was going to be healthy, and I had him as a first round grade. Like accordingly. I didn't get no inside information there. Like after that video, we heard the same thing that day. That was the last news I got about it.
Well, your phone didn't ring on it, but my phone rang on it. That he was going to run this. He was going to run like this. So you got your sources, and your sources are highly credible. My problem is, I got a phone too. I don't even care what mine got an orange cover on it, and
your phone like titanium or something like that, like magnesium.
I mean, it's something like magnesium. Something. It's got some kind of metal on it, but it had a little vibranium on it, and then vibranium said that he was going to be fine. So I was good with him. I've been good with him, and I heard this news a couple weeks ago. But nevertheless, he's in the ballpark. They definitely, the trainer might not like him, but the brass likes him. So I love the fact that he ran the way he did. That's definitely.
Going back to what you said, Chris, about guys at 40, you mentioned you might not take Peter Woods at 12, or was it Mesidor?
I wouldn't take Mesidor at 12. I like Peter Woods. I'm not gonna say I don't like Peter Woods, but
if out of my list of guys, he's probably like last, but I like him.
You like him? You like him better than Lawrence? See, you like him better. You like him better. I know you don't like him better than Kendrick Falk.
No. No, I don't like him better than Falk. But it's interesting. Falk is a ceiling guy. Falk's floor is a little lower. Falk's floor is a little lower. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Falk isn't among. I didn't name Falk of guys that I would take at 12, just because he's a ceiling guy. He's upside.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump for you, brother. I commend you for that. You wouldn't take him at 12 when you on your board he's defensive end 1.
2, but yeah.
Oh, he's 2 now.
Yeah, he's 2. But yeah. But like I recognize his upside is immense, Chris. His upside is immense. It's like staring up at a clear blue sky, man. It's nothing up there, just sky.
It's ceilings to the moon. It's ceilings to the moon. So if I took him at 12, his ceilings to the moon. So
I wouldn't take him at 12 because the floor isn't quite there. But at 20, I run to the podium at 20.
But see, the thing about it, when you picking in the top 12, and we've talked about it, he's got a first round grade. He just don't have a top 12 grade on you.
Yeah.
Falk has a top 12 grade.
Falk is 14.
So where's Woods?
Woods is, I want to say 11. Give me a second. I want to say 11. I won't plan for this. Give me a second. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woods is 13. Okay. Jordan Tyson is 14. Falk is 15. Falk is the second on the second round grades.
And Peter Woods is before Falk.
Yes.
That's a big jump.
Peter Woods is 13. Peter Woods is 13. I got a first round grade on Peter Woods. Jordan Tyson is my last first round grade. Second on Makai Lemon, just in case you were wondering.
Okay. I mean, I can feel you on that. But like you said, you're not gonna get wiped out.
No, it's impossible. It's impossible. And even if you do, let's say hypothetically, in this imaginary world, you get wiped out. That means that there were 9 defensive picks. You're gonna have some offensive linemen there. You might have a Jeremiah Love there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I keep saying they kind of setting you up that they may take an offensive guy.
Wait. I'm not even talking about to trade him. One of those like if it's Fano or Mawanoa, I'm picking up the phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm picking up the phone. I'm trying to make somebody hotline blank, Chris. Stevie Mac, what's going on? B Bird, what's going on? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna say Marlo Ross. There we go. Marlo Ross. There we go. What's happening?
I know her. I know her real good.
That's the queen. Oh man.
That's my baby.
Man.
That's my baby.
that's Mrs. Set It Off in there. What's going on? Mm-hmm. But yeah, Chris, I believe that if the offensive lineman is your highest graded player, you know, I'm picking up the phone. If Jeremiah Love is there, Chris, I'd be upset.
Oh, you'd be upset.
I'd be upset. No, wait, Chris, I'd be upset, but I'd also be scoring like 58 points a game. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. We just gonna run into the sunset, literally.
Hey, if you get him at 12, I'm not gonna be mad. I've made my strength an even greater strength, and then I've extended my quarterback another 2 years.
Yeah, but we also know that he gonna have to be on that field a lot. We also know they're gonna be right back on the field a lot because teams are gonna either score very quick or choke the life out of your defense. So I know it and I accept it. At that point, I know it and I accept it.
But that's what I'm saying.
So the game is the game.
The game is always the game, and
it don't change. You just get more fists.
You just get Indeed. So, like I said, I just think you have to be prepared that if they go ahead and get an offensive player at 12, you're saying I've held to the point where my offense is going to be my strength, and I don't get as much help to this defense that you and I both know the 49th ranked defense in football last year may turn around and be 48th or 47th. But I'm going to go score a lot of points. I'm going to score a gang of points because my defense ain't going to be able to stop nobody. I still don't have that get quick defensive end that's going to go get instant pressure out the gate. So let me ask you this.
Go
ahead.
How willing are you to reach on a guy at 12 if you let's say Love is gone, you know, obviously Mendoza, and then you got Peter Woods, Francis Mawanoa, and Spencer Fano. How willing are you to just say reach on a let's see, a Messidor, a Falk, a Cassius Howell even? You know what I'm saying?
Them first two guys, no. The only guy that I'm reaching that I'm gonna if I end up taking Falk at 12, right? I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna see the best version of Falk until he's gonna be right in your wheelhouse. You're not gonna judge him. You're not gonna judge him, but I'm gonna expect it. I'm not gonna get the best of him until probably year 3. And that way he'll be like 12 at that time. And I know I got great upside. He'd be like 12 years old because that's his ceiling. He has got an amazing ceiling.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be like 12 going on 25 with the way that he built. Chris, you remember that? I think it was a Key and Peele skit where they had the baseball player. It was a full-grown man. He said he had his birth certificate. It was just a piece of paper that said "I am 12."
Yeah, that's what he is. That's Kendrick Falk in every sense of the word. But I have no. To me, that's not. It's a reach where you don't know. You have all the framework of him, and he is a true ball of clay that you're going to be molding into probably into a Pro Bowler with the potential to be an All-Pro guy in 3 years.
Is that something that you want to put on your defensive staff's shoulders, like that pressure that you want to put on them in their first year, or are you trying to get somebody that's more established? Like here, matter of fact, I'll even say this: Akeem Mesidor is established. He's high floor, low ceiling guy because he already 82 years old. You know what I'm saying? Him and Jerry Jones was actually born in the same year.
Man, don't put that on that baby, man. Don't put that on that man. Don't put that on that man. I think you know what Mesidor is. You know what he is right now.
He got his grown man body. Mm-hmm. He has when it comes to physical growth and maturity, he's already in his prime there. You know what I'm saying?
But first round guys, you want them to be immediate impact guys.
You're gonna get immediate impact out of Mesidor. It's just when you expect that growth and development, it's gonna be lower than some other guys. Even his teammate Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain has a steeper curve of development than Akeem Mesidor has because of age. You know what I'm saying? Because of growth. You know, half of these other players, like I said, their frontal lobe ain't even fully developed yet. Akeem Mesidor's frontal lobe is fully developed. You know what I'm saying? He got grown man responsibilities already.
He probably got a mortgage.
Yeah. If you want to give your defensive coaching staff the easiest way in, wouldn't Akeem Mesidor be that answer? Because you getting somebody that has already hit that second plateau.
Not at 12 though, because at 12, I'm trying to get a guy that is going to give me immediate impact, but has that ramp to grow up on. That's where Falk is. I like Peter Woods, like you like Peter. You both like Peter Woods a lot, but at 12, I'm not.
Once again, Peter Woods is my 13th ranked guy. Once again. So
listen, I have come around to the point of saying Falk at 12 would not upset me at all, but I got to be willing to say his ramp up, his ramp is great.
It is. So matter of fact, let me take it a step further. Then let's say at pick 20, your two highest ranked guys, and this is just for the sake of it, are Akeem Mesidor and Keldrick Falk. Who you picking? Do you want the guy to make the job the easiest today, or do you want the upside guy?
I see, but there's so many.
And once again, this is the first round pick. This is pick 20.
But at 20, the draft opens up like a daggum, like the Red Sea. Because I can go get the best linebacker. I can go get the best. I can go get a safety. I can go get a guy like that. It just depends on 12 puts you to the point. There's your guys there.
Certain guidelines, certain restrictions that you got to work with.
Right. 20 is wide open. So I have no problem taking Falk at 20. But then I put Falk in the mindset of, do I want Lawrence or do I want Zion Young? Or do I want to go get? Go get Allen? Go ahead.
I would have Falk over Zion Young for sure. I can say that with certainty.
But you don't have him before Lawrence. You have Lawrence over. You have Falk over Lawrence.
Yeah, he's my second ranked edge rusher.
But you talking about making it easy. It's not as much I got to teach Lawrence, and as much as I got to teach Young. I'm going to be teaching from day one with. But if Falk falls to 20, man, I'm still happy. I'm still happy with Falk at 20. Yeah. But I like those guys as well. What like I said, what I really want, I want a second round pick. That's what I want more than anything. So,
yeah. In a lot of ways, I'm treating pick 20 like it is my second round pick. Like that. That's how I'm handling it at the moment. That's how I'm processing it in my brain. Pick 20 is my second round pick.
Okay. All right. I ain't gonna fight you on that too much.
I mean, because they don't got a second. They got that late one. I mean, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to think about it that way.
And Falk will be probably one of your last first round picks, first round grades. And if you get him at 20, yeah, you win it. He's one of your last bona fide. He's your bona fide first round grade. At 20, you're getting. But
it's so difficult though, because the floor is lower than other guys. You know. It's so difficult. With Keldrick Falk, the floor is lower, but the ceiling, dog. The ceiling, Chris. You don't have a ceiling. You don't have a ceiling with Falk.
Yeah. You don't have a ceiling with Falk. You know, but going back to what we said, this all spawns back to McCoy.
By the way, Jamal McCoy is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th ranked player on my board.
Okay. He's the seventh best player on your board.
Yep. It is Arvell Reese, Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, David Bailey, Ruben Bain, Fernando Mendoza, Jamal McCoy.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mansour Delane is number 8, in case you were wondering.
That's your boy.
Yeah. And look,
Okay. Yeah.
I like McCoy. McCoy healthy, I think, is a better corner than Delane.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You won't get no argument with me on that, dog.
There we go.
You ain't gonna fight me on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And by the way, 9 is Spencer Fano, 10 is Carnell Tate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
11 is Francis Mawanoa.
Mhm.
12 is Sonny Styles. 13 is Peter Woods. 14 is Jordan Tyson.
Okay. I like Styles a little bit more than you do, so that's fine.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
The thing with Sonny Styles is, and I'm going to contradict myself by saying this. I took positional importance in that though. I just think that Arvell Reese is really good, so that's why he's my number 1 ranked player.
Sonny Styles is just an athletic freak.
Yeah,
Sonny Styles is an athletic
but he
freak.
Linebacker is a lesser important position, and like I said, that's a contradiction because my number 1 ranked player is a linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
with edge rusher traits for what it's worth.
Yeah, he gonna get taught how to be a better edge rusher.
Oh, absolutely. I think he can do it though.
He can do it. His bend isn't elite. He's just got all.
Nope.
He's got all.
It is not.
He's got all the things that you work with him to be a better edge rusher.
Yeah.
When I saw Ruben Baines bend and I saw Reese's bend, that was kind of like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
It's night and day. So,
let's see. Anything else before we get out of here, Chris?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it, man. You know, good thing we had a chance to hear Jerry talk. You heard Steven talk and you heard Shotty talk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can always take that. I like the fact that McCoy finally ran and put all those issues with him. Oh, I'm not. He can run or he can physically do it. That's great. And we're less. We're right at 20 some odd days before this thing pops off. So I like the position they're in. I'm still looking at that secondary market for my my Alfred Morris guy for my linebacker. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, if you stuck around with us for this hour and 17 minutes, watch Chris, hit his cigar, have his little glass,
I ain't had no glass. I ain't had no glass out here, man.
You ain't had no glass today. Today?
No, I still got. I don't have nothing in that glass yet. I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Miss Marlowe to finish her last class, man, and officially become BSN, a licensed BSN registered nurse. Shout out to my baby.
Y'all celebrating? Let me know the date, dog.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. We probably gonna do an on location show here pretty soon. We're gonna meet out somewhere and do that. Me and you get somewhere together and line it up. But right now, I'm not doing no porn, no libation until Thursday. So Thursday we might not do. If we do a show, I might be on here really, really wide open.
Hey, look.
But it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so like I said, if you stuck with us for this long, I need you to do those 4 very important things. I need you to like, I need you to share, I need you to comment, and if you're not already subscribed, shame on you. I'm gonna tell your mama them.
You, man, tell your mama on you, because if you ain't subscribed by this point, man, we can pretty much say you're a hater. You're a hater.
Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
It don't cost you nothing to subscribe, man.
That's valuable currency for us. It costs you a couple. It costs you a couple tippity taps of the phone. And it means it's its weight in gold to us, Hey
man, you got subscriptions to folks that you don't even you like. Okay, I hit him on subscribe, just subscribe. So come on, subscribe, man.
Yeah,
come and be part of the family.
Exactly. So me and Chris are like, see, okay, I think that Chris is gonna.
I got it. We kind of like the Avon Barksdale Stringer Bell. These YouTube streets, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more, but Stringer's kind of like a mark. But that's for a whole nother show.
Yeah, exactly.
But we still out in these streets, making sure the corners are on top. We making sure them red tops and the towers are up. We doing our thing out here, man. We will forever be Frankly Football. If you find me, you gonna find him. If you find him, you definitely gonna find me, man. And we'll forever be Frankly Football. So until next time.
Peace.